The effects of the BP oil spill getting worse, even as the company scrambles to contain the damage. Joining us now from Washington, D.C., Republican Senator George LeMieux from Florida. Senator, thanks for joining us today. What is the latest information you have about the situation?
Well, the latest information is that we do have some, not really tar balls, more like a pudding-like substance that is coming ashore in northwestern Florida. About 3 counties on the furthest most west point of the Panhandle have seen some tar goop come up, if that's the best phrase for it. I was there on Saturday in Pensacola. It's pretty spotty, thankfully. The beaches are still open. It's still a great place to come and enjoy the water and the sun and the surf, but we are starting to see it come ashore.
Senator, recent polling says that the public thinks that the response by the government was worse than Katrina. Do you blame BP? I know you've wondered why wasn't more oil burnt off initially. Of course, then, as a Republican, a lot of people say Republicans don't want government involvement, but, when there's a problem, then they start screaming for the government. Who do you blame?
Well, I think there's a lot of blame to go around, unfortunately. You do want government involvement in things that are too big for locals or states to handle, and this is certainly that kind of situation. There was information that we've learned from an article that was in the Mobile Registry at the end of April that said that there was a plan in place in the 90s to have a bunch of fire retardant boom available to start burning immediately. If you don't burn immediately, the problem is that the oil starts to mix with the water and it no longer is flammable. Why wasn't that done? That's going to be a question that we ask up here in Congress.
That spans how many administrations?
Well, a couple, right?
Yeah,
at least
3,
2 or 3.
I think. Yeah,
so,
Clinton too, probably.
Right.
94.
So what we want to see, what I want to see now is I want to see the president more engaged. I want to see the president down in the Gulf, in Florida, more than just coming down 2 or 3 times for photo ops. In Florida, we've had good experience with dealing with disasters, specifically hurricanes. And the way that we've done well is by having our chief executive officer, our commander-in-chief, the governor, working problems from the beginning, forcing solutions through on-the-job management. Jeb Bush did that during our hurricanes. Charlie Crist is doing that now with this spill. Jindal's doing that in Louisiana. I want to see the President of the United States pushing all the resources possible. When he's there, he can overcome objections, he can move obstacles, and I think he'd do a lot better job of fighting this crisis by being in the Gulf more often.
Do you have any feel for I wonder what the worst case scenario, Senator, for land values along the Panhandle is at this point? Are there cancellations? Is it possible this goes 10, 15 years?
Well, let's certainly hope not. I don't think that it will. We are having cancellations right now of hotels. We're having cancellations right now of people who were going to go out on a charter boat and go fishing. And what people need to realize is that this has only affected 3 counties. Those 3 counties, they're still open for business. It's not a place where the beaches are closed. So if you have a vacation, still come to Florida. And the rest of the state right now is untouched by this. We worry about this being a long-term impact. That's why I want to see every effort made possible. Every skimmer in the world should be heading to the Gulf of Mexico to try to keep this oil from coming on shore.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for your time today, Senator. I know you got to run. Appreciate it, and hope to see you again soon.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
You're very welcome.
Yes, sir.
All right. Still.